One of the greatest, never ran from anybody, completely respected the sport.
He's a special combination of speed, power, tenaciousness, mental toughness. Manny's special.
I don't know why I respect this guy, just because he's short, I think. Pacquiao.
Oh, he's brilliant.
That with that I never seen that guy back away from anybody. Tall, short, he goes in there and says, okay, great.
The thing about Pacquiao that's so extraordinary is that he kept his power through 8 weight classes. What other fighter can you name that went through 8 different weight classes?
I can't. None. No, obviously.
You never heard of a guy that could go from those weight classes and still dominate. Knocking out Cotto, knocking out Ricky Hatton with 1 shot, destroying Oscar De La Hoya. Made him look like he was nothing.
Oscar De La Hoya is talking about, hey, you're funny, he's little. I said, no, Manny's little, but he hits hard with both hands. He's left-handed. Manny's a very dangerous problem for you. I'm not telling you what to do, champ, but you need to stay away from Manny.
My motivation has been his youth. My motivation has been his relentlessness.
So he ignored me completely, and a new star was born that night.
Oh, yeah.
#1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Plus, he won 8 titles in 8 different weight divisions. No boxer has ever accomplished that.
No boxer probably would ever accomplish that again because not many people can start at 106 and go all the way up to 154. So no other boxer will ever compete in over half the weight classes in boxing.
He started as a flyweight champ and then moved up. There's so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
Oh, that dude, it's the calves, man. He's got those crazy hand speed and power from a southpaw.
Manny's fast, so when we talk about Manny Pacquiao's power, Manny has a great job, has a great knack for beating guys to the punch and really stinging them, kind of like a scorpion. You get kind of paralyzed in that moment, and you stay there too long, and it's, it's all she wrote. So,
but is it possible to even overrate this great fighter and think, well, after what he did to Oscar, how can he do that against Hatton?
No, right now he earned all the wins that he received, and he fought hard all those fights, and only one can beat Pacquiao right now, to me, is Pacquiao.
This is what happens when a guy is much faster than his opponent.
Pacquiao's an all-around fighter.
He's too fast, you can't stop him, and that's the end of that.
A guy that can box either way, all-around style, all-around fighter, they normally last longer because we know when to change lanes on you. We know that quick, this ain't working.
By the way, I asked Manny Pacquiao who was his favorite fighter. He said Mike Tyson.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. He's my favorite fighter now.
He just retired.
Between rounds toward the end of the fight, we heard you say, I can handle his punches, he's just too fast.
Fast.
Amazingly fast.
I thought Freddie was in there hitting me too. So.
Were the punches what you expected?
They were like bullets. They literally like Manny Pacquiao, when he would throw, everything is just stiff, sharp punches, fast, quick feet. His hand and eye coordination was ridiculous. When he would miss, I would hear like a snap, like they would whiz past my face like bullets on everything I love, bro. Like, like you see Chinese movies, like karate movies and stuff like that, man. When they throwing punches and they go.
What the punch feel like?
Like a shock, like a joke. Manny can punch. And he has speed and power. And that combination is very hard to come by. It was the time when I was on the ropes. He worked a combination on me. Like I want to see one around and then right, around and another straight left. Woo! Let me tell you, the lights were flickering and the light switch on and off. That's how it was in my head. It was like, and I was just like, oh.
I think I fought the best, and they beat me. Like Mayweather and Pacquiao, and like that. But the training camp didn't go great. I think I overtrained it. I was with Floyd Mayweather Sr. Along with the things going wrong in the training camp, and along with me thinking to myself, I've seen better days here. And I'm fighting this who's destroying everyone. #1 pound for the pound. He's knocking out De La Hoya, he's knocking out Margarita, he's knocking out Cotto,
Were you not supposed to fight De La Hoya after that fight at Wembley, or is that a lot of shit?
I think if I'd beat Pacquiao, they was thought that I was going to fight De La Hoya at Wembley. But obviously, it was a big ask, because Pacquiao was blasting out everyone at the time. He blasted Cotto, blasted De La Hoya, blasted me in the end, so... Well, when I fought Manny, people have to understand that was like his
first big fight,
right?
His first big event at welterweight. So I came down in weight, and I didn't know what I was gonna expect. I didn't know I was gonna face a Manny that was that fast, that strong. You know, Manny's a fighter who, I mean, there's no limit to what he can do.
Did you underestimate Manny? Did you understand what he was? I think he moved up from 106 to 112. Yeah. He got Pac-Man that name for he got that name for a reason.
Oh yeah, I underestimated him, but it didn't matter. I was a dead man walking. I couldn't.
Why not take the fight at 54?
Because he was coming, like you said, he was coming up in weight. It was probably too much at the time. But even at 54, he probably still would have beat me.
Manny Pacquiao has beaten Oscar De La Hoya.
Manny has that, that little. He goes, yeah. When he goes like this, he's gonna throw. Yeah. I don't know why anybody has caught on to that. He goes like this, and then he throws.
I was looking at Manny, and the guy is like to my chin, almost maybe a little bit taller than my chin. I'm like, there's no way that this guy can beat me. No way. So I get into the ring with Manny Pacquiao. I fall down. I'm like, that didn't seem that hard. Why did I go down? I get back up, and I'm dizzy. I'm like, whoa.
It was a great fight. Manny's a great fighter. He's very strong, very fast, very unpredictable. There were different punches they threw that didn't seem to be hard, but the impact of it was hard. But like I said, Manny's a great fighter, and he threw some pretty good punches.
Manny had great power. I think the power comes from his legs. He has real big legs, and he's fast with his feet moving in and out.
Do you remember when we fought many years ago?
Yes, I remember that, and we gave a good fight to the people, and I'm happy that God bless us, and He keep us safe.
I am happy because win Manny Pacquiao. That's all. No, you win many names.
Yeah.
You have the list. I am in your list. Morales, Barrera, Marquez. Coming to the gym, I see you having in your list.
Who's your fighter of the decade?
Fighter of the decade. He's a 40-year-old still fighting. Has to be Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I mean, that guy.
Honestly, I have to say Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is probably he's fought everybody.
I mean, I look at the list. Fighting. That guy has taken on every
challenge.
I mean, how good was Manny Pacquiao?
The best I ever fought by a long shot. The timing seemed right in terms of Pacquiao's age, and in terms of what he was coming off of, in terms of what we were coming off of. But I was wrong.
I'm a game plan guy. If you tell me to do something as a coach and coaching me, I'm gonna listen.
Right.
I've always been that kind of boxer and that kind of athlete. And the game plan was to be more defensive and counter fight and kind of get into the later rounds.
What I didn't realize was that his ability to understand your rhythm, acknowledge it, adjust it, was second to none. Every time I felt like I finally got him, I was like, "Ooh, I got you." I felt like the light bulb went off in his head, and he almost showed me, and then he made an adjustment. And I was like, "Ugh!" And then I'm chasing him again to try and get back to that rhythm.
You can't really prepare for him, and it's not so much the speed; it's the angles. It's the awkwardness. It's the unorthodoxness. He generates power still.
Right.
He's in positions where he shouldn't be able to hit you hard, but he still can.
The thing about Pacquiao is he's very fast, right? So speed is power. Shots that you don't see hurt you more than others, but also he had very heavy hands for a small guy.
That's going to make it difficult for the man to.
The speed with the power. His punches they're shocking.
Yeah,
shocking.
I saw that look on Cotto's face, on almost every fighter's face.
Thurman,
Shane Mosley.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What the hell?" He's got bricks for hands. It's crazy.
Thurman's going to take the round.
I got the best Pacquiao, man. Watch the fight. So he did this thing, right? Mm-hmm. He come in, he did this thing. He goes, he do this little. They hit you. He's southpaw, so he hits you with a right hook and then a short uppercut, right? So I've never had nobody in boxing hit me with that punch in a fight. He pulled out these things that we do to people in sparring, amateurs or a younger pro or whatever, because they're like little trick setups, or I'll get in, boom, 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 and I'll escape, boom, 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 and I'll escape. And his escapes were on point. His speed was on point. His angles were great. And it was a great fight. It was a lot of fun. And I wish it never ended, man. I mean, I could have fought to the death. It was just a beautiful moment to be in the ring with a great fighter.
And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch.
You know, a lot of people didn't think that Manny would drop Thurman.
Is there any chance he looked even better than he did in 2016 when you guys fought, or same Manny? Same.
I mean, he's always been explosive. He's always been fast, strong, elusive. You know, amazing footwork. But I guess I'll let you judge. You know, I think he's always been that same Manny. To be honest with you, it was the speed that I think became difficult for me to really counter him, to figure him out, to put him down in one position and get him with a counter or set him up somehow. I think it was his speed that really surprised me. Yeah, but I wasn't very prepared for that fight as well. I just didn't have the experience he had, and but it was a great experience.
In favor of the winner, boxing's pride of the Philippines, the ageless wonder, Manny Pacquiao!
2001, Manny Pacquiao walks through the door.
Yes.
What did you know about Manny?
Nothing. I didn't even know who he was. And he says, "Well, you want to work out together?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." After one round of mitts with Manny Pacquiao, I says, "Wow, this kid can fight," because he had speed and he had power. This kid is really special. Manny Pacquiao was my next Muhammad Ali for sure.
I think what made Manny, or has made Manny great, is his upbringing, what he came from, and his desire to get out of that, his desire to bring so much hope. Obviously, you combine that with his abilities and his talent, and then you combine that with a great coach in Freddie Roach and everyone else who's been around him, and to guide him has made Manny who he is. I'll tell a quick story about my sparring session with Manny. We get in the ring, my dad and I, we say our prayer. And as soon as the bell rings, I turn around to step forward to start the sparring session. And it was just like this wind came over. It was like, it was like realization that it's about to happen. And I remember thinking to myself like, oh, this is happening. And then, we touched gloves and then we just start going, and that's all she wrote. It just was unreal, but real moment.
How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns. So the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power. It's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position. And all of a sudden he's landed 3, 4, 5 shots and then he's angled off. A lot like I did in my fight against Lopez. A lot of that sparring paid off, and it did shape me.
Yeah, now that I think about it, when you were a kid, you were watching Manny training at Wildcard, so I would imagine that made like a big impression on you.
Yeah, I watch Pacquiao all day. So what happens when you look at something all day, I want to be like him. So you watch it so much until it gets in the subconscious mind, and when you get in there, you let go. You know what I mean? And I want to follow in the footsteps of my idol, Manny Pacquiao. Funny enough, me and Manny Pacquiao have the same birthday, so I feel like we have the same fire and the same flame. I just want to give these types of exciting fights because when I was a little kid, this is what always excited me. These types of fights, watching these crazy knockouts, these crazy stoppages.
You as my witness as any expert. There's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational. The way that Pacquiao did against Rios.
In other words, who does things that you're not supposed to be able to do?
Oh, he was masterful in side movements.
And you like aggressive action fighters?
Aggressive in action, yes. That was awesome. And throws a lot of punches. He threw a lot of active, masterful boxing punches like Willie Pepper. It was brilliant.
After all the titles you've won, money you've made, what motivates you to keep boxing now when you don't really need to?
Like I said, that's the evidence of being passionate of this sport. You know what I'm talking about? That's the evidence of being passionate of this sport. That's the real passion. I am a senator of the Republic of the Philippines. I don't need to box. I have to focus on as a senator of the Republic of the Philippines. But I want to box. I want to continue because boxing is my passion.